Hi guys, so today I'm going to be bringing you another crochet granny square pattern. I'm really excited about this one because I've been making this one for about a month now. I finished it up at my grandma's house whenever I was there and I was designing it, but I wanted to do something a little bit different for the straps. So I had to come home and work on it, so it was a little bit drawn out, but I'm so excited about this. So let me show you. I made a granny square overall dress. And it is really cute. It turned out exactly how I imagined it. I really love it. I decided to use a little bit of something different for the straps because sometimes I find that crocheted straps tend to stretch really bad, and this isn't a lightweight dress. It has a little bit of weight to it, and I don't really mind that because with a real denim overall dress, it has weight to it because denim has weight to it. So it may not be as heavy as an actual denim dress, but it's pretty comparable, I'd have to say, to an actual denim overall dress. But I think it turned out really cute, and I'm super excited about it. So I used Lion brand Pound of Love. So it was a really big skein of yarn, and it was actually in the shade Denim, which worked out pretty well, I'd have to say. And I used most of it, not the whole thing, for my size. My size ended up being 35 inches around, and then I had a small 2x2 little bib. And it turned out it fits me really well. The waist is a little bit big on me, but I added a tie to it because since it's made out of squares, it's really hard to actually make it to your size, especially without there being a band. I did not create mine with a band. You can create one with a band to make it kind of tighten naturally a little bit more, but I did not want to do that with this one. I really imagined it just being all squares. So you have to have something to tighten the waist. I went to add a tie to it so I could literally tie it and tighten it so then it fits more my actual size. So if you don't know, try to find the size because I have a couple different sizes on there. Of course, since it's made of granny squares, it's so easy to adjust these patterns with granny squares, I have to say. If you want it wider, if you want it longer, it's really easy just to customize it to however you want to make it. So if you want to make it longer, just add another row of granny squares. If you want to make it wider or you want to make it smaller than what the sizes I have provided, just add another row of granny squares. That's all you do. Each granny squares is 5 by 5, so just know you're going to be going up by 5s. And so that's why I'm between a 30 and a 35 inch. So I had to go up to a 35 inch and just know I needed a tie just to tighten it so it actually fits my waist better. So I do not mind that. I think the tie adds a little bit of casualness to it. It makes it a little bit more of a laid back outfit. So you just make the bib you just make 4 squares and then you just sew it to the front, whatever you decide the front will be. I just picked the side that I just thought looked like the front. I didn't really make a front and a back. I just made the skirt and then I decided which area I wanted to add the bib on. But this is really easy to adjust, so even if you don't see the exact size you're looking for, you can just adjust accordingly. You can even make it for kids if you wanted to. It's really easy to adjust. And then I just used some canvas. These are canvas straps. Usually they're used for purses. Most of the time you can find them at Hobby Lobby. You buy them by the yard or half yard. They have to measure it and actually cut it. So I just had this color on hand. It's black with some cream on the sides. So I thought that would be really cute. And it just turned out exactly how I wanted it to turn out. And then in the back it crisscrosses because I just think that's a little bit of a nice little detail to add to overalls. So it actually doesn't have a back, it just has a skirt and then the crisscross. It doesn't actually have the overall back normally that they have. I did not add that to this. But I think this will be really fun to wear in the summer. I'm really excited. I'm imagining myself wearing it with like sandals and a t-shirt or even a tank top. It would look really cute. So I'm super excited to start wearing this, and I just think it'll be a really fun addition to anybody's wardrobe. And you could even make it in a really cool dark color for fall and wear it with tights and boots, and that would also look really adorable. But I decided to do something a little bit different with the granny square. So it's not the traditional granny square. It's a little bit different. It actually is a circle and then you turn it into a square. I wanted to do something that wasn't the traditional granny square just because I imagined it not. And so I saw this pattern for this type of granny square and I fell in love with it. I just think it's perfect. So I'm really excited about it. I just think it's really cute. So I am going to be showing you guys today how to make the granny square, and so you guys can kind of see it's a little bit different. And I also have the written instructions up on my blog, of course, so you can always find the actual written instructions there. And I'll also have the measurements and all that on there too for each different size. And I'll also be explaining how many squares you need, because of course you make your skirt and then you add your bib however big or small you want to make your bib. So let me show you guys how to make your very own little circle granny square. Okay guys, so let me show you how to make the granny square for this overall dress. So I'm going to be using a little bit of a bigger size hook just so you can see the stitches a little bit better. The actual pattern calls for a size G, but I'm going to be using an H hook just for the sake of showing stitches. What we're going to do is we're going to start out by chaining 5, and we're going to slip stitch to that first chain to make a ring. So there's our little ring. For the first round we're going to chain 3 and do 15 double crochets in the ring. Alright, so whenever we are done doing the 15 double crochets, we are going to join to the top of that chain 3, and there is our first round. So now on to round 2. So in this round we're going to be working in between the stitches. So in between the chain 3 and that first double crochet, we're going to be doing a mini puff stitch. So how you do a mini puff stitch is you're going to yarn over, insert in between the stitch, pull up 1 loop, yarn over, go into that same stitch, pull up a loop. You're going to have 5 loops on your crochet hook, and we're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. There's your mini puff stitch, and you're going to chain 1. So working in between the next 2 stitches, we're going to yarn over, insert into that space, pull up a loop, yarn over, go into that same space, pull up another loop. Then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 5 loops. Then chain 1. So we're going to do that all the way around in between all of these stitches. Okay, so whenever we are done with that round, we're going to do our last chain 1, and then we're going to slip stitch into that first stitch to join the round. So there is our second round. Okay, so now we're going to slip stitch into that chain 1 space. We're going to chain 2, and now we're going to do a beginning cluster. So we're going to yarn over, go into that chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go into that same chain 1 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops, you have 3 loops left, and then we're going to yarn over and pull through all 3 loops. That's a beginning cluster. For the rest of the round, we're going to be doing actual clusters. Now we're going to chain 2. In the next chain 1 space, we're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, and then yarn over, pull through 2 loops, yarn over, go into that same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. One more time, we're going to repeat that. We're going to yarn over, insert into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2 loops, and then we have 4 loops on our crochet hook. So we're going to yarn over, pull through all 4. Chain 2, and I'm going to show you one more time how to do that cluster. basically what you're doing, you're going to be double crocheting 3 together in the same stitch is how you can kind of remember how to do it. So we're going to yarn over, go into that chain 1 space, pull up a loop, then we're going to yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go into that same space and pull up a loop, then we're going to yarn over, go through 2 loops, yarn over, go into that same space and pull up a loop, yarn over, go through 2 loops, 4 loops left on our crochet hook, so we're going to yarn over, go through all 4 loops, chain 2. So we're going to keep on doing that all the way around. Okay, so at the end of that round, we're going to slip stitch to the beginning, chain 2. Now we're going to slip stitch into that first stitch and in the chain 2 space. Chain 2 and do 2 half doubles in that chain 2 space. Okay, so on this round, on round 4, we're going to start turning the circle into a square. So we're going to be making some corners. The first corner is going to be in this next chain 2 space. So we're going to do 2 double crochets, a treble, chain 2, treble, and do 2 double crochets, all these stitches in the same chain 2 space to create our corner. In the next chain 2 space, we're going to do 3 half double crochets. In the next chain 2 space, we're going to do 2 single crochets. In the next one, we're going to do 3 half doubles. And now we're going to do another corner. So we're going to repeat from this corner to the next corner. We're going to repeat that 2 more times, and then I will show you what we're going to do next. Okay, so we have made our 2 corners. So we have 2 chain 2 spaces left. So in the next one, we're going to do 3 half double crochets. And in that last chain 2 spot, we're going to do 2 single crochets. And then we're going to join to the beginning chain. Chain 2. And for this 5th round, we're going to half double in the back loop. So this whole thing, the whole 5th round is going to be worked in the back loop. So we're going to half double in each stitch across until we get to a corner. And then we're going to half double, double, half double in that corner space. And then we're just going to do half double crochet in the back loop across, then half double, double, half double in the corners. So let me go do that, and I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, so I'm all finished with that round. So once you get to after you're done with the last stitch, you're just going to slip stitch to the beginning chain. And then here you go. There's your granny square made for the granny square overall dress. It's a little bit different, which I really do love, and it just looks really pretty and girly. So I hope you enjoy. Alright guys, so that is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm really excited about this granny square overall dress. I just think it's so cute. I just think it's a little bit different and fun for summer, and I don't know about you, but I really do love granny squares, and I kind of like stepping out of my granny square box and trying different types out there because there's so many different kinds you can try. So I'm excited that I was able to incorporate a different type of square into one of my designs. So I hope you guys enjoy this. If you do decide to make it, please tag me on Instagram, or you can tag me on Facebook. All my links will be down below. As always, I hope you guys have an amazing day, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!